What's up, guys? It's a moment for me to the meatless, and today I want to talk about the best vegan protein powder. So there are a million different vegan protein powders in the market. A lot of you guys probably take protein powder, and a lot of you guys probably don't take protein powder. And some of you guys probably want to know about protein powder, like should I take it, should I not take it? Which one should I take? Is there a certain kind I should take? So on and so forth, because I get questions about these kinds of things. So I just wanted to briefly give you guys a little bit of information so that you can make your own decisions when it comes to protein powder. If you should take it, if you shouldn't, and what kinds you might want to steer towards versus other kinds. So first, let's talk about what is protein powder. Protein powder is just what it sounds like. They take some food and they extract just protein from it in a powder version, right? And that's it, right? So you have this concentrated protein, okay? So it's not a whole food. Protein powder is not a whole food. So for people who are 100% doing whole foods, they don't want to necessarily take a protein powder unless that powder is just whole foods, right? So in most protein powders, 99.9% are not whole foods. They're an extract, an isolate of some sort. So so if you're gonna take protein powder, then keep in mind that it's not a whole food. It is an isolate. It is an extract. Look at it like as a supplement, not a food, because it's not really a food. And your body can't digest just isolated protein very well because your body's not made to digest isolated ingredients. It's made to digest whole foods. So when you have protein, in my opinion, it's best to put that protein with some other nutrition in order to make it a complete kind of a meal and make it more like a food that your body can recognize. Right now, it's still protein powder. It still is what it is, but I find at least that it digests better if you do that. So, so yeah, there's one tip, guys. Now, should you take protein powder or should you not? Well, my take on this, to be brief, is if you have been working out for a while, you have some extra muscle on you, and you're trying to get to the next level, and it's not reasonable for you to up your protein by however much you're shooting for, then it's okay. You can take a protein powder and you won't really notice necessarily too much negative side effects, especially if you get a good protein powder. Then you won't notice like indigestion, or maybe you might have a little bit, but maybe not. You just kind of have to figure out what protein powder specifically works best for you. So there's a lot of people out there that they take protein powder and they don't even necessarily work out. And if they do work out, they're not consistent. So if you don't work out, protein powder is not for you. You don't need that. Why would you take that when you can just have whole foods? You don't need the extra protein. If you are not consistent with your workouts, you don't need protein powder. You're getting plenty of protein from your food if you're doing these things. Unless you're starving yourself and not eating many calories at all, then you're getting enough from your food. Protein gets broken down into amino acids, and that's what your body uses to repair and rebuild muscle, and even down to a more basic extent when you're just having the regular RDA of protein, which is very low, then your body uses that for all sorts of things. So but you're getting the bare minimum, what you need as far as protein goes is very, very low. So you're getting that. If you're eating enough calories, you're getting that. It's almost impossible not to. So to go beyond that, you have to work out in order to break down the muscle tissue, in order to need that extra dose of amino acids. So if you don't have that extra muscle, and if you don't work out and train and break down the muscles from working out very hard, you don't need protein powder. Even if you do those things, you still don't need protein powder. But if you're gonna take protein powder, make sure that you're someone who's serious about their fitness and who's trying to take it to the next level. So that's my recommendation there. Now to get into what kinds of protein, as a vegan, my personal go-to, I have two go-tos. One is very expensive. I'm not even gonna talk about that one. I'm gonna talk about just the basic, the very basic, and that is pea protein. Pea protein has a very good amino acid content. It digests well, generally speaking, and it's affordable. It mixes well if you get a good one. So pea is my go-to. That's my go-to. And I find that if you get a fermented pea protein, it digests better than just regular pea protein. Excuse me. I also prefer organic. I prefer to do organic in any way that I can do it. But as far as digestion goes, then fermented really seems to help a lot with that, because if you take a protein powder and you get like gassy from it, that means it's not digesting well at all. You may not be using any of that protein, or you may be using 10 or 20% or 30% or something like that, and the rest of it your body has to filter out. So you're creating all this extra work for your body for a little itty bit of protein that you could have just got from food. You know what I mean? Like, let's say you take 30 grams of protein from a protein shake, but you use, let's say, like 20% of that. Well, you could have gone and eaten like 5 to 10 extra calories from whole food very easily. So keep that in mind, guys. But yeah, that's pretty much it. There are some other good proteins as well. There's rice protein. They got all kind of proteins. Potato protein. There's hemp protein. Hemp protein has a very low level of amino acids, so I wouldn't use it for building muscle. But it's good as far as it's got a lot of. Usually, if you get the hemp that's not too isolated, it's got a lot of different minerals and stuff like that, so it's good for you. But yeah, that being said, guys, I hope that helps. If y'all like the video, give it a like. Leave a comment. Y'all's words of encouragement really keep me going, keep me doing this. Sometimes when I'm just like, man, like, if nobody's gonna benefit from this, then I'm not gonna do it. You know what I mean? Because I'm doing it for y'all's benefit. So I hope somebody's benefiting from this. If you are, let me know. Give it a like. If you haven't subscribed, if you want to subscribe, I would very much appreciate it. And if you have any questions for me, or you want me to hook you up with like a custom-made meal plan or workout or something like that, then send me an email at frommeatheadtomeatless@gmail.com. And that's it, guys. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.